Coming to you live from the White Picket Studios in Houston, Texas, this is the Realty Ruckus. If you are in any way, shape, or form involved in the real estate industry, this is the show for you. And now, your host, Alan Hernandez.
because it almost felt like they were being excluded from there.
So I'm actually having a hard time finding stuff with their new brand on it. The new brand is like a circle with a C with a 21 in it.
Yeah.
It almost
Everything, even
We're good now.
what's on their new logos online. It's all their old stuff. I went to their website, Century 21, and then they have a section that says logos, and when you go there, it's all their old logos.
Well, you got to understand, they literally just did this. I mean, it probably hasn't even been, a week or two since they've actually released all of this. So they're probably still going through that change, that phase of actually updating every portion of their branding. But the point is, was this a good move on their behalf? Is this going to work to help them continuously increase their business?
Without a doubt, I think so, yeah. I think they actually didn't move quickly enough, and it may even hurt them a little bit, because if you look at all the coverage, it's, Century 21 finally moves.
That is, you're right, that's the perspective out there.
So now, you did go through this rebranding, and hopefully we have sound, and, sorry for the technical difficulties, guys.
Were we not getting sound?
We weren't getting sound, but let us know if we do have sound or not. Okay, Linda says we are back on. So yes, I think it was very important, but with Century 21 making this a move, it's actually kind of counteractive to what they wished would have happened, because every headline I see is basically with this connotation that finally Century 21 and Coldwell Banker, another recent rebrand, are moving forward into the future, and that isn't the kind of news coverage I would want personally for our brokerage. Someone saying, "Oh, they were a little slow. They finally
caught up."
Well, and if you look at even Remax last year, they had a brand refresh also, which had been forever since they updated theirs, and it didn't change much, but they did. They went. It's all following the designs, and if you look at the big guys like Walmart, they're really great at doing it. When designs moved into the year 2000, everything went digital. It went from actually drawing things to doing things on computers. And so Walmart had this brand new logo with like these little shadows and these backdrop effects, the things that you could only do on a computer. And then after a few years, that got a little old, and they updated it. And I think that's just the problem here, is that a lot of these logos were created back then, and it was like a cool thing. Oh, cool! Yeah. You've got like shadows and backdrops, and now it's like, oh, they're really outdated. It's been a while.
We have to go to commercial, but just real quick, good move or bad move on their behalf? You're saying good move?
A good move for sure, but is it too little too late? That's the question.
We're going to get into too little too late on the agency level, on the realtor level when we get back, on people doing some gimmicky marketing and whether it works or not. Stay tuned. You're on the Realty Ruckus.
Hey Houston, this is Alan Hernandez, and I want to remind you guys to visit our friends over at Quest IRA to learn everything there is to learn about investing with your IRA. Now, if you haven't been over there recently, you have to check them out. They have free educational classes, networking opportunities, the ability to tap into $1 billion for your real estate investing deals. These are the guys to know when it comes to learning about this kind of stuff. You want to make sure you visit them and check them out over at www.questira.com. Again, that's questira.com.
Stop searching and start staying in the know with our Houston Real Estate Events page on Facebook. Follow us by searching at Houston Real Estate Events to stay up to date on the latest events for real estate in the Houston area. If you are interested in having your event on our page, please email me at david@whitepicketrealty.com. Again, that's david@whitepicketrealty.com. Non-paid events only. One more time, find us on Facebook at Houston Real Estate Events, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Hey guys, Alan here. Are you a home investor in need of house plans and permit expediting services? If so, Houston Plans and Permits is your local one-stop shop. They have over 15 years of professional design experience and have a strong team of knowledgeable permitting expediters to service all of your projects. Please contact them by calling them at 281-372-1555. Again, 281-372-1555. Or visit them at their website, plansandpermits.com. Again, that's www.plansandpermits.com.
Hey, Houston real estate agents. This is Alan Hernandez, broker at White Picket Realty. I want to let you know that when you're ready to stop working your real estate career and start building a real estate business, Team WPR is a place to be. Not only do we offer real results, real support, and real branding, but furthermore, 80 to 100% commissions of your hard-earned money going back to you. So make sure you reach out to us. Join at teamwpr.com. Again, that's join, Join, at teamwpr.com.
And we are back on Realty Ruckus. Remember that you can find us live on Facebook and YouTube, where if you chat with us live during the show, we can answer your questions live on the air. Now, we're talking about branding and brands doing a rebranding, kind of a refresh on their image. And one of the first questions I want to ask is, how do you know that it's time for a rebranding, for a refresh? Because it's not something you can afford to do every year, especially not when you're a huge national franchise. I mean, if you've got one office and you've got no printed materials and you don't have shirts and things like that, it might be pretty inexpensive to do that. You can just update your logo, put it out there, and whatever. But if you're a big brand, or if you've got a lot of agents, I mean, even here it would be extremely expensive for us to do a full rebranding. So how do you know, okay, it's time, we're going to have to make the investment, let's go ahead and rebrand? What are some of the key indicators?
You know, I noticed that the realtors that work for Century 21, as soon as this branding took place, this rebranding, they all started posting about how excited they were. Now, I don't know how long they've been there, or I don't know any of the backstories there, but I can tell you that the fact that they were not excited about their previous branding was probably a good indicator. And
that makes sense.
And so, you know, it's very difficult for someone as a business owner to say, well, is my brand still relevant, or has it been outplayed, or are people kind of tired of it and does it need to be refreshed? And there's a lot of reasons why you would want to do it, because you want to make sure for certain that the people that are working with you are excited and feel proud of what they're carrying, the brand that they're carrying.
I agree with that. They have to be proud of that brand, but how do you even know?
So that's what I was going to say. Okay, fine. How do you find out? Well, you know, one of the things that I think is very, very valuable, and I spoke to a couple of really high up executives with some of these large banks. One of the things that they're doing is surveys on their people, kind of like the monthly surveys that we do, but they're doing them yearly. And part of that is their feedback on what their brand represents.
Okay.
So for example, if your brand,
so this is not from the consumer. This is from internal.
Well, I mean, I feel like it starts internally. If your people aren't,
but what are they surveying? Are they surveying internally or the consumer? Okay, so they're surveying internally.
So they're surveying, you know, 100 or 200 of their employees. They're asking them, how do you feel about our brand, or what are 3 words that represent our brand to you? And if the people don't come back and give you some really exciting words on what the brand represents,
then you know
it's probably time for you to start thinking about refreshing.
Okay, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, that's my take on it.
Okay, so if the message you're trying to deliver isn't consistent with the message that people are receiving, then it's time to rebrand.
Probably. I mean, I think that's a good indicator. How else would you possibly know? And the other thing is, when do you actually get a chance to go around and do it? Because like you said, there's so many expenses.
There really is. There's a lot of expenses to rebranding. And I think that's why you have to be so careful when you first start, that you pick something that you're really proud of and that has some longevity.
Yes.
That you're not like catching the end of a phase. So for example, like, oh, everyone is using hot pink in their logo. Let me do mine in hot pink.
Look, no disrespect to the agents and independent brokerages out there who go out and start a business and literally name it after themselves. Okay? No disrespect. But there is no long-term branding to that. I mean, unless your last name is Trump, and you're building a brand around your name, and you've done it for 30 or 40 years, you can't just go out there and call it the Alan Hernandez brand, and all of a sudden think that that's gonna have some longevity. You know, it just doesn't work that way. And so people don't think about that. They pick up these ridiculous names that they like literally pick out of the hat, or they start their team names and just, I mean, kind of just vomit something together without thinking, hey, I actually need to have something that will have at least a few years of longevity, because I may actually need to change that down the road, and that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, no, and yeah, it is very expensive, and I think that's what stops a lot of companies from doing a rebrand. It's not, but I think even what stops them before that is they don't even realize that their brand is outdated. I think that's what's really hard is you almost, and that's why I wonder, do you go to the consumer and do you ask the consumer, what do you think about my brand? Is my brand modern? Is my brand new? Is it innovative? And if you're hearing a lot of like, no, not really. Like, I know that you're classical. You just hear that word, traditional or classical. Then you might be running into some dead ends in terms of what they think about your brand being a new progressive brand.
And that's the thing. There, you might want to be classical if that's the only clientele that you're looking to service. Then that might be okay.
But the classicals aren't really buying a lot of houses these days.
Well, that's the problem nowadays. Is the classicals nowadays have already bought their lifelong home.
Yeah.
They're not looking to buy and sell anymore. Our baby boomers aren't really in the market anymore. Very few of them are still out there buying properties.
And the majority are in the market to downsize. They're not in the market to upsize.
Most of them will downsize, and very few of them will actually go out there and buy investment properties.
I think another thing that's important to keep a pulse on is really just how, a connection with the consumer has changed over time. Because if you go back and kind of look at how marketing has evolved over time, it used to be, with Century 21, they wanted to show this large company that people were able to put their trust in because, it was a legitimate company. They were everywhere. They had so many agents or whatnot. But nowadays, that's not really what matters for marketing. What matters really is how do we have a personal connection. Right. And so you've seen over time from marketing go from the trust factor for the company to value plays to social value to person-to-person connection. So it's really keeping your pulse on how marketing changes over time.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Nowadays, the client wants to feel that they can speak to someone, that they're gonna get that they can call someone and have someone literally here in the United States tell them what they need to hear, and they want to hear it now, and they want to hear it, and they want to get the answers that they need.
Yeah, and personalized
to them with their name attached. So yeah, absolutely. The way that we deliver the message is completely changed over the years. And if you fail to change, which I think is what happened with Century 21, then you can get stuck in that other side of it.
Oh, I completely agree. Okay, let's move on, and we'll jump away from some of these outdated brands because there's plenty of them out there. I mean, I look at it's true though. I look at companies sometimes like Fry's Electronics, and you look at their brand. And you're like, wait, they look like they're stuck in 2005.
Yeah.
Like they haven't changed anything.
You can literally look at a logo and feel like, wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. And I do. I look at theirs and I go, wow, it hasn't changed at all. And you look at a brand like Micro Center who's actually done small tweaks, and they're really, really small. It's like slightly changing the font or removing a certain color. So it's not like you completely change everything, but you look at them and you go, oh, they've been kind of keeping up with the times. Yeah. And you can really tell. So I want to jump away from that because I think that people can kind of see when a brand is outdated.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things that's harder from the inside to see your own brand as being outdated rather than from a consumer point of view. It's like, oh, outdated. Oh, modern, outdated.
Yeah.
And we can point it out. But when it's yours, you're like White Picket. I don't see it as outdated. Yeah. And I don't think that I will be able to when the day comes. I think people will be dragging me by like my feet going, hey, man, you got to update this thing and start. And I'm going to be like,
no, it's still all right.
It still looks modern to me.
It's very difficult to look at your own creations and really criticize them. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm looking at the screen right there, and I'm like, it still looks good to me, but I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe we're gonna have to ask everyone. Yeah. Maybe we're gonna have to poll everyone, and maybe run like a Houston poll to see what they think. Just so we can understand what people are thinking. But I do want to get a little bit into some of the marketing. We talked a lot about big company branding.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about how agents are branding themselves and how they're marketing their properties here in Houston and across the United States. We're starting to kind of see a trend, and I kind of just wanted to bring it up because recently we had an agent. It's a local agent here in Houston who was applauded for his or her ability to put free tacos with your purchase of this house.
Yeah, it went viral and it was huge. It was such a big deal.
It was funny. I get it, and heck, look at me. I love tacos. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was really a funny thing. And then we started seeing other people say, well, I want to get creative too. I want to be applauded for being funny on this. And so we found someone else who instead of telling us about the house, they decided to put up a sign that said "Not Haunted."
Oh my God, I love this. Okay, so he put "Not Haunted." He's used Harvey tested. He's used room for activities.
Let's slow down so that people can understand him. So
I love this.
Yeah, he's used "Not Haunted," which is freaking hilarious. Yeah. But it makes
some people didn't think it was hilarious. Well, that's why it blew up.
That's what I was going to say. Is that's one of those slogans that can actually play against you. And if you talk to anyone who's into like the neuroscience of persuasion, by him saying the word haunted, people don't see the not.
Yeah, they associate haunted with that
and now
house.
They're going to associate haunted with that house. So I can actually see that playing against his ability to sell the house.
Yeah.
Now I think the house is haunted, and I would never have thought that before.
You brought up something negative that didn't need to be brought up. It makes you wonder why would he be saying it's not haunted? Has someone else questioned that it was?
Yeah, exactly. It's like wait. Is it haunted? Now I don't know if I believe the writer.
Do you have proof that it's not haunted?
Yeah. What did you was there an exorcism to take
place? If I was the seller of this house, I would have probably been a little bit ticked off. Here's the deal. I really would prefer, if you're going to sell my house, for you not to bring up any negative connotation to it. I don't care if you're trying to be funny or if you're trying to get some viral exposure to it, this, that, and the other. I'd rather you just help me sell my house than to try to pull up some gimmick and use that to bring.
I do applaud the creativity and where he's trying to go. But he's just a little bit misguided because the not haunted, negative connotation. Yeah, he's got this other one, Harvey tested, negative connotation. He's trying to say, okay, this one wasn't flooded. It came out all right. But now people are going to be asking, well, how close did Harvey get? Mm-hmm. Where did the flooding get to?
You bring up questions that you shouldn't even have to answer. Now, this one, I think he actually did really good with this one. He put it in front of one house, and maybe it's just because I think it's funny. Yeah. But he put gluten-free house.
That's funny. The room for activities. And if you don't know room for activities, that's referring to the movie Step Brothers. A lot of millennials will definitely get that. Room for activities. That's a great one. That's hilarious. If he's sticking with those, he's doing a great job.
Yeah. I do applaud the creativity. I like thinking outside the box.
It took a lot for him it took a lot for him to have the guts to hang up that not haunted sign.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was going to get reamed by some people who loved it and some people who hated it.
Well, there was a lot of people like me who were going to say that's unprofessional. That's not the proper way to market a property.
Do you think that he's asking the sellers first before he puts these up?
I sure hope so.
I hope so. Because I would be a ticked off seller if someone did that in my house. I really would be. All right, we have to take a quick commercial break. You're on the Realty Ruckus. In the meantime, tell us what you think about someone putting a not haunted sign at your house.
Or your crazy marketing tactics.
I want to hear what are your crazy marketing. What crazy writers would you put on a
selling
house?
Tacos? Are you selling what else are you guys out there doing to help sell some?
Maybe
of these
we should
houses?
think of some creative ones over the break.
We'll get back to you in shortly. We gotta take a quick commercial break. You're on the Realty Ruckus.
Hey Houston, this is Alan Hernandez, and I want to remind you guys to visit our friends over at Quest IRA to learn everything there is to learn about investing with your IRA. Now, if you haven't been over there recently, you have to check them out. They have free educational classes, networking opportunities, the ability to tap into $1 billion for your real estate investing deals. These are the guys to know when it comes to learning about this kind of stuff. You want to make sure you visit them and check them out over at www.questira.com. Again, that's questira.com.
Stop searching and start staying in the know with our Houston Real Estate Events page on Facebook. Follow us by searching at Houston Real Estate Events to stay up to date on the latest events for real estate in the Houston area. If you are interested in having your event on our page, please email me at david@whitepicketrealty.com. Again, that's david@whitepicketrealty.com. non-paid events only. One more time, find us on Facebook at Houston Real Estate Events, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Hey guys, Alan here. Are you a home investor in need of house plans and permit expediting services? If so, Houston Plans and Permits is your local one-stop shop. They have over 15 years of professional design experience and have a strong team of knowledgeable permitting expediters to service all of your projects. Please contact them by calling them at 281-372-1555. Again, 281-372-1555, or visit them at their website, plansandpermits.com. Again, that's www.plansandpermits.com.
Hey Houston real estate agents, this is Alan Hernandez, broker at White Picket Realty. I want to let you know that when you're ready to stop working your real estate career and start building a real estate business, Team WPR is the place to be. Not only do we offer real results, real support, and real branding, but furthermore, 80 to 100% commissions of your hard-earned money going back to you. So make sure you reach out to us. Join at teamwpr.com. Again, that's join, Join, at teamwpr.com.
And we are back on Realty Ruckus. I apologize for that little bit of a late entry there. But during the break, we said we were going to come up with our own writers.
We were having too much fun.
Our own funny writers, and we actually came up with some pretty good ones.
Yeah,
they're not bad. So,
you guys can't steal these though.
Yeah, do not take these. You heard these first on the Realty Ruckus.
Yes.
You are welcome to share them with the guy that actually put these together, but even you, sir, may not take these because we're going to take them for ourselves and put them on our sign.
So the first one is free mystery box.
Yes. Who doesn't want a mystery box?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Anything could be in the mystery box.
Yeah, it might even be a boat in a mystery box. You never know.
That's going to help sell some houses.
This other one, though, this one's really good. I like this one.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good writer. The writer says neighbors don't suck.
Yes. That's the number one thing.
You know what? I'm probably going to put that in my house. I'm getting ready to sell my house, so I'm probably going to put that in my house. The bad part about it is that my neighbors kind of do suck.
Yeah. Oh, you can put up one that says, neighbors are okay.
No. You know,
neighbors are the okayest.
Can I just put one that says only one of my neighbors sucks? And put a little sign to
like an arrow?
Because all the other ones are cool except that guy.
I like David's. Neighbors are the okayest.
I like the other one that this guy put, comes with the backyard.
Backyard included. Yeah. Wait, you could do that again with the garage. Garage included.
Yeah. So I didn't see, nobody posted any of their marketing tactics. So I guess
Thanks a lot, you guys. I guess you guys aren't funny.
Yeah, we came
Our listeners are not creative.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Come on. You're supposed to be in real estate, and we're supposed to be talking about how to market and sell your properties using some of these gimme catch lines.
Andy commented that I was a little clippy, but he was talking about the sound. But I read Gibran is a little creepy. And I was like, oh, man, what did I say?
It's the mustache. All right, hey, let's talk about some of the events that we have coming up because I know we have some really, really good ones.
Yes, we do.
And I want to make sure that all of our audience out there that's listening puts all of these on their calendar. We have some great events. Which one's the first one that we have coming up?
So the first one coming up is actually the Real Estate Rally. It's our first big happy hour of the year, guys. This is going to be at St. Arnold's Brewing Company from 6 to 9 p.m. And we're expecting over 350 real estate professionals. So if you've been looking to grow your network, maybe you've been looking to raise some private money, find a great realtor to list all your investment properties, whatever it might be that you're looking for to grow your business, I guarantee a person or connection will help you there that night. It's going to be free beer, free food until it lasts. I couldn't think of a better time, to be honest.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really good event. We're already getting all of the RSVPs coming in, and we see some familiar faces, a whole lot of people that we haven't met before, which is really exciting. We can't wait to see you guys there. I think in terms of networking, this is really one of the premier events in Houston. So if you haven't made it out, bring a friend, come hang out, come check it out. It's a free event as long as you RSVP.
Yes, you must register. Guys, please register before the event. I hate having a line of people at the door waiting to get in while beers are flowing in the background, the food is being eaten up, people are already making the connections, and you got to wait in line and watch it all happen until we get you registered. So RSVP below.
Not only that, but we are going to be doing first priority for people who did pre-RSVP. So we've already got over 500 RSVPs. We're actually hitting close to 600 now. By Monday, we'll be at almost 1,000 RSVPs. Yeah. Remember, the fire marshals, we can't control what they tell us to do.
Yeah.
So you want to get there early, and if you're not RSVP'd, we're going to let everyone who's RSVP'd in line first, and then you'll have to wait because you should have RSVP'd. So just go in, sign up for an RSVP. It takes about 2 minutes on Eventbrite, and you can make sure that you'll be in that priority line.
So you're in the RSVP line. You got that goes in first, and everyone else has to wait in line.
And I just dropped the link below for anyone who hasn't RSVP'd yet. Now, a couple of days later, actually, specifically for new agents or people enrolled in classes who want to know a little bit more about, what is it going to be like getting into the industry? How do I start generating leads? Do I got to pay for them? We're actually hosting a really cool event. It's through Houston Breakthrough Realtors, and we're going to be doing it at Pub Fiction on Thursday, March 15th from 4 to 7 p.m. We'll be there for happy hour, and it's going to be a masterminding session with experienced agents kind of leading new agents and those enrolled in classes and how you can actually start generating leads from your own sphere of influence in your first year in real estate.
Yeah, that's going to be a really cool event. Not only is it at one of the nicer bars in town. If you guys haven't been out to Pub Fiction lately, they remodeled it.
Yes, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I haven't been out there lately.
They redid it since the remodel, and it's really nice.
What's that, Brandon? Huh?
No. Brandon's like, no, they haven't remodeled
it. It's because Brandon's too young to realize that it's been remodeled.
When it was
still wearing diapers when we were going
he was
there.
Still like figuring it all out. So. Welcome to the new way of doing it. It got rebranded.
Oh man,
it got rebranded. Actually, it did. They changed.
Brandon's about to rebrand your ass. That stare is giving you
that stare.
Yeah, that stare.
Okay, so Pub Fiction's been remodeled. Awesome. Again, Thursday, March 15th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Pub Fiction, and I'm excited for this masterminding session.
Yeah, it's going to be a good session. We're going to be talking about how to generate leads through your own sphere of influence. So a lot of the people that get into this business are really, when they get into the business, they worry about how they're going to start closing their first transactions.
Yeah, of course.
And what they don't realize is it generally comes from the people that they know, but they're afraid to ask. They don't really know how to go about it or how to tell their family members, friends, and everyone else that they know that they can help them. So we're going to empower them. We're going to talk about what the best practices are. We're going to mastermind. We're going to share how other people have done it and how they've used that to catapult their business to the next level.
Yeah, let me drop that link below real quick for everybody watching. Boom, there it is. Okay, so we got one more event to talk about. This one, guys, we're actually very serious about. You do have to RSVP. This is
we're actually very serious.
No, like this one.
We're serious about the other ones.
This one.
No. We're super serious about this one.
St. Arnold's at least it's a large room.
Yeah.
But with this upcoming event, this digital marketing for realtors, guys, the space is very limited. So you absolutely have to RSVP. You cannot show up on the day of and register like you can at St. Arnold's and wait in a line.
Yeah, that won't
you
work.
actually have to register beforehand.
Yeah, so this is RSVP only.
Yes.
We cannot allow you to come in if you didn't RSVP, just simply because there's just not enough room.
There's just not enough room.
So this one's already being filled up. This is all about digital marketing.
Yeah, so we're going to go over our strategies, what we use, how we target our audiences, the ads we run, and also we're going to be going over various apps that realtors can use to help their business along.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool because there's a whole slew of new apps that have come onto the market, and sometimes it's hard to know which ones you actually need and which ones are just there to waste your time. So we're going to bring those to you.
Yep.
We're going to talk to you about which ones you must have on your phone in order to be successful in this business, and make sure that before you leave, you're operating with all of those and going out there and doing what you need to do.
And I just dropped the link below, so if you haven't RSVP'd yet, you are very interested, go ahead and do so now. We are running out of space.
Yeah, do us a favor, by the way, if you know anyone out there who could benefit from any of these classes, any of these events, go ahead and share this video on your page or directly to them so that they can also know about these events that are coming up. All right, guys, we are out of time today. It's incredible how fast time flies. Don't forget that we are on every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. We love growing our business alongside of yours. Don't forget that we love to see your hearts, your likes, and of course your shares. Keep up your ruckus, and we will see you next time.
This has been the Realty Ruckus. Make sure and join us every Tuesday and Friday for new episodes. Find us on YouTube and Facebook for replays of previous episodes. And as always, keep elevating yourself and keep up your ruckus. Thanks for listening. Realty Ruckus has been brought to you by Smart Pig Media Productions.